Story of Madalasa. An interesting story of wise and self realized soul, Queen Madalasa, has been narrated in the Markandeya Purana. The significance of the story is in the fact that Queen Madalasa has metaphysical knowledge of the world as she has taken rebirth because of blessing of Lord Shiva. Hence, she infuses the spiritual knowledge and sanskaras in her children right from pregnancy and early childhood. Songs sung by her during pregnancy and her lullabies have strong historical meaning and were so effective that her children developed mumukshustutva or desire for real knowledge or self realization. Queen Madalasa was an enlightened mother. She made full use of all privileges her queenly status gave her to cultivate the company of scholars, of people learned in the ancient lore. A standing order was given to all the ministers of the royal court that any holy man, any sage, any saint must be brought to the place and presented to the king and queen. And whenever a holy man was being presented at the court, Queen Madalasa never missed the opportunity of having a little satsang with him, of imbibing whatever spirituality it was her God given good fortune to receive. So, gradually she developed discrimination, right inquiry, philosophical thoughts, and knowledge. Ultimately, she became enlightened and was full of inner spiritual awareness. She knew that her aspect as queen was only something secondary, a little temporary part she was playing in this life's drama. But in truth, in reality, she knew she was the ever pure, ever awakened, ever free, ever perfect, Atma Nitya Suddha, Nitya Buddha, Nitya Mukta, Nitya Paripurna Atma. Queen Madalasa bore four sons, and she placed them in the cradle. What was the lullaby that she sang to her children? The queen sang to them wondrous wisdom songs. Example: Thou art the ever pure Atman, O beloved child. Thou art the ever awakened Atman. Thou art spotless, the perfection of purity. O my darling baby, thou art that Atman which is beyond darkness, beyond the veil of Maya. Suddhoshi, Buddhoshi, Niranjanoshi. Suddhoshi means ever pure, immaculate. Buddhoshi means ever awakened, illumined. Niranjanoshi means spotless. O beloved child, thou art the ever pure, the ever awakened, the ever spotless. Thou art completely free from Maya, free from illusions of this earth life. Already thou art awakened. So, she put these positive suggestions into her children's consciousness right from their infancy. You are not bound by Maya. You are already beyond illusions. Why not? Born to such a mother, it is no wonder. This was the thought and feeling she gave when she shackled them. And with the milk of mother came this wisdom milk of Vedantic awareness into the consciousness of the children. And the Upanishad says that as the children grew up, they grew with radiance of awakened consciousness in their inner being. They not only flourished physically beyond being royal princes, they also had good fortune of being blessed with mother who has an illumined being. They grew up into jnanis. By the time they were 16, they were Purna Jananis. The story of birth of Madalasa's son according to Markandeya Purana. After returning to his father's kingdom, Ritudvaj narrated the whole incident to his parents of how he regained Madalasa. Then they began to live happily. After many years, King Shastrajit crowned Ritudvaj as the king. After King Ritudvaj's accession to the throne, Madalasa gave birth to her first son. Ritudvaj named the child as Vikrant. After some time, Madalasa gave birth to second son, whom Ritudvaj named as Shubhahu. Subsequently, the third son was born and named Shatrumardhan. Whenever Queen Madalasa rocked the cradles of her infant princess, she used to sing this lullaby, which is very famous. You are all pure, enlightened, and immaculate. Give up the sleep of delusion which makes you give value to that which has no value to endow it with a sense of reality through ignorance. This is a great blunder. This is the darkness of slumber of non awareness. After naming the ceremony of third son, Madhalasa could not help laughing, as she was very amused by such a name given to her son. The metaphysical knowledge which Madhalasa gave to her three sons had helped them to become ascetics. When their fourth son was born, the king sought her approval on the name being given to him. This made the queen laugh. The king asked her to name the child. Madhalasa named this child as Alark. Hearing the name, the king ridiculed its relevance. Madhalasa said that the name have significance only for worldly matters. She also reminded the king about the futility of names given to her previous children. As Madhalasa began to preach her fourth son about the metaphysics, the king stopped her by saying that she had already preached all the three sons on the path of renunciation. He requested her to spare the fourth child so that he could grow up and become king one day. Madhalasa then blessed her son. You are blessed, my son, because you will rule the world without obstacles. Now you cultivate in your heart the desire to do well to others. Never cast your eyes on women other than your wife. Always contemplate on Murari to destroy the evil thoughts in your heart. Mother Madhalasa demonstrated that a mother wields great influence over the child from the start and imparts noble thoughts. She guides his life towards righteous living, be it spiritual or worldly. As mothers, be aware of your immense responsibility in bringing up of our children, molding their attitudes and behaviors, and most importantly, rendering them spiritually strong to lead a fear free life of love and happiness. Thank you.